Hello, hello. How I've missed all of you. Let's see how we can get these people rolling in. I'm super excited to be trying out this new technology. Let me pull up Facebook on my phone just to keep up with you guys.
Good morning.
Come on in here, y'all. Because I'm also interested in seeing how I can see who's watching from my computer, or if I can only see it on. Let me know how the sound is. Just talk to me in the comments. Well, I can't see the viewers yet, but whoever you are, thank you for tuning in. I am so excited to be back in front of all of you. It's been like forever. I think the last episode that we had was in January, and we interviewed Isis Span of Fundamentals of Learning. If you are in need of some educational assistance with your children, to get some extra help with whatever it may be sure to look up Isis Span from Fundamentals of Learning, local and ready and willing to help you in any of your educational areas. I want to turn this off. With your children. So guys, this is just me testing out how this is going to work because we have an interview coming up on Wednesday, and I want to see how this works. I want to see how I'm able to engage with you while I'm live, and I'm trying to figure this out so that I can see like your questions or if you put anything in the comments. Oh yeah, comments. Live viewers, comments show up here. So I'm gonna post something to say, let me know you can see me and hear me. And whether you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, hey Isis, whether you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, I would love to talk with you and chat with you. All right, so on Wednesday coming, which is July 1st, can you guys believe that we're already done with June pretty much, and that July is like next week? I'm at work and I'm hearing all these people saying like, oh yeah, you know, it's going to be a light week next week because of the holiday. And I'm like, what holiday is in June? So I had to pull out my calendar to see what's happening. And lo and behold, we're heading into July. So we're going into the 7th month of this year. And I know that it's been kind of a rough year. You know, people are losing loved ones. Some people have lost jobs. Some people are having a hard time with like income, and you know the government is not moving fast enough with providing the supplementary income. But I'm a person who looks at the glass as half full, and I can honestly say that I am blessed beyond measure, and I'm so grateful for how life is set up for me right now. And I think that's why I go so hard to help all of the businesses, the local businesses in the area. I'm very passionate about it because I tell everybody that my parents were our best teachers when it came down to entrepreneurship and just learning about the ins and outs, you know, seeing the mistakes that they made, seeing the hardships that they went through, seeing how, you know, the people are right around you are not creative enough to come up with their own ideas. So when they see that something's working for you, they just duplicate it, and it becomes more of distraction where you're in a limited area and you're the only one providing X service. And then all of a sudden you see 2 and 3 and 4 other people coming up with the same kinds of service. And then before you know it, the potential clients that would have came to you for having that market in that area now is, torn on loyalty. So I'm going to be loyal to my friend who's starting a new business. And that takes out, that takes out the potential clients that you could have had. So we see a lot of that still happening in our community today. And I want to say that it's not going to get better. It's not going to make our community stronger. It's not going to make us better. It's just going to only cause more of a division and a distraction. Because if we take the resources that we have in our communities and focus on the things that we're really, truly good at, we will be unstoppable. I have to shout out people who have been pouring into the businesses. I want to say thank you. I'm not going to call you guys by name because I'm not sure of how you would feel about that. But I want to say thank you for the donations that are on recurring because you believe in South Carolina Buy Black locally. I want to say thank you for the one-time lump sum contributions that other local businesses have been pouring into South Carolina Buy Black locally so that we can provide more resources and more services to the people who list with us. Some people get hung up on who is behind a thing and they don't support it. But if we can get past, I made a post and I said that you don't have to like a person to do business with them. It's not about like. And in the Black community, too often we are moved by our emotions. And your emotions last for 5 minutes? You mad now, but you'll be fine tomorrow. And you might need me or I might need you. And because we have this fake beef, we're not communicating, we're not moving forward. And all of this stuff is a distraction. So I say that to say this. 2020 came in and it made the whole world stop. And while the whole world is at a standstill, this is the perfect time, the perfect opportunity for you to set up whatever it is that you're working on or whatever it is that you've been working on. And while you have this little slow down period where you're not having to run to your kids' soccer game or football game, or you don't have to get off of work and go to a networking event. You don't have to stop what you're doing to just go handle something else that you would have been doing had the world not stopped. So while you have this extra time, what are you doing to make things count for you? Let me tell you something else. You can never be listed in too many places because the people who subscribe to Candace may not subscribe to whatever other type of platform that you're using. So don't look at it as if I subscribe or if I list myself with South Carolina Buy Black locally, that's like a one-stop shop. Social media should not be a one-stop shop. Your business listing should not be a one-stop shop. Don't count all of your eggs in one basket. It's just not smart. Use every opportunity that you have to maximize your endeavor, whatever you're working on. Hey, Jessica, thank you for letting me know. I wonder if anybody on YouTube is watching. If anybody on YouTube is watching, say hello. Let people know where you are. Jessica and Isis, I don't know if Isis is still on, but you guys should put your business down in the comment section so that people can look you up. Also share this on your pages. Let's see if I can invite other people. And it would be good if Kamiko was on. Well, anyways, I'm really excited about the interview that's happening on Wednesday because the young lady that I'm interviewing on Wednesday, she owns, it is a Black-owned IT company right in Columbia. So I'm excited to learn more about her services that she's offering, especially when it comes to small businesses. You guys may need some assistance with how do you store important information? Who do you go to for repairing a device? things of that nature. So I'm just excited to see what Kamiko is going to talk to you guys about, because she wants to let you know that she is right there in Columbia. So if you need any assistance, and I'll try to tag her in this video after I'm done, but if you ever need any IT type of assistance, the name of her business is called Team Logic, one word, Team Logic, all together, IT. Once again, that's Team Logic, TEAMLOGIC, IT of Columbia. And we'll be sitting down with Kamiko on July 1st, which is this coming Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Black-owned IT company. That's what I'm talking about. So there is so much opportunity. And y'all, it is so much work that has to be done within our communities. Popping a business up is one thing. You know, kudos to you for getting started. But once you get that business started, is it just that you are doing this without a license? Do you have your business registered in the state of South Carolina? Okay, once you have your business registered, do you have an employee identification number? How will people distinguish your business from who you are as an individual? Once you have that up and running, then do you have a website? It is perfectly cool to use Facebook or use Instagram or use any of your social media accounts to get started off if you don't have a website. But on that social media account, make sure that you are actually advertising what you do. Because if I go to your social media page and there's nothing showing me what you do on that page, then most likely I'm going to lose interest in you, in your business, and I'm going to find somebody else who can service what I'm looking for. So there's no reason for you to have an Instagram account or a Facebook account for your business when I can't see pictures, when I don't know how to even buy from you. Do I have to inbox you to get your service? Like, what steps are required for me to get business from you? And once I inquire about your business, how long do I have to wait before I can even hear back from you? That is one of my biggest pet peeves. Like, if you a business owner, you a boss, if you don't want to be responsible for responding to your messages within 24 hours, then you need to reach out and get a virtual assistant or get some kind of automated system that will help your customers out. Because you guys lose out on a lot of money and a lot of potential relationships from not being responsive. It's just simple as being responsive. Like, I'm busy right now, but I will be sure to get back with you within 24 hours. As long as you give yourself 24 hours, if that business is important to you, you will make sure you do what you got to do to respond to that potential customer so that you won't lose them. I am reaching out to people personally. Me and my team, we're sending messages to people when we see that you are listing that you have a business. Because one thing, even if it's just your name, your email address, and your phone number, and you tell people what kind of service you provide, that at least will get them started in the right direction. You know, that they can start that communication process with you because they want to do business with you. Once that's started, then you can start to work on like a simple website page that's showcasing your products or showcasing your services, and it's telling people how to connect with you. Tell people, I need you to send me an email, or you can go on my website and you can make a purchase directly, or you can sign up for the service directly. All of these things are simple things and they're very easy, to get done. So get it done. I would love to hear back from you guys. Like, South Carolina, we Buy Black Locally, we've been around for a while now. We changed our Facebook platform a little bit. So I don't know if that messed up like the reviews, but right now we have no reviews. So I know for a fact that we've done business with a lot of people in the area. And my ask to you is that if you've ever been interviewed on South Carolina Buy Black Locally, or if we've ever sponsored one of your events, or if we've just helped you with like guidance around, you needed to do some shopping, or you were looking for a specialty service and you weren't sure who to do business with. If we've done any of those things for you and it's been successful for you and your business, please take a couple seconds, a couple minutes to go on our Facebook page and leave us a review. We greatly appreciate the reviews, because how many of you go to somebody's page and that's the first thing that you look for? You want to go to their about section because you want to see how you can contact and communicate with them. And you also go to their reviews so that you can see what other people think about them. We want to know what you think about us so that we can provide better services But if we don't hear what's working from what's not working, then we can't improve our services for you all. So that's one thing. The second thing is we would love to put on more events. There are several corporations in our area who would love to pour in more into Black-owned businesses, but how do they know what's best for you guys if you don't say that this is where I'm really struggling and this is where I would love to have some assistance? It's okay for somebody to throw money into your business, but what are they going to get out of doing that? Like, what is the return on their investment once they invest into you? What do you require? What do you need help with? So shout out to Daybreak Photography, because when we first, started like getting really active again on our page, their business sponsored 3 other Black-owned businesses with new business photo shoots from a campaign that we did. Shout out to Juicy Steaks, because to get people motivated, we know the Black community, we love our garlic crab legs. What he did was he sponsored a garlic crab leg plate. And within that week we had about 89 businesses to sign up. So we have the Co-op Sullivans, who chose a couple businesses in the area to sponsor. And we were one of them. So shout out to the Coop Sullivan. And shout out to a realty company, Miss Nia. Thank you so much. And whoever else is just like sponsoring different things because they want to see us succeed. They want to help you succeed. But we can only do what we can if people are willing to like really get involved. Like right now, I have Northwestern Mutual, who is willing to do a business plan virtual workshop. But we need to know who needs help with business plans and who would actually attend the workshop and like what time frame works. Because if we send out a survey and you don't fill it out, then that still doesn't help us to schedule it. Like you might say that, you schedule this event at 12 noon and I'm still at work. Well, I don't know your work schedule. I don't know if you were off that day. But if you don't take the time out to fill out the survey that we send you, then we wouldn't know that. Outside of the business plan, Sunday, July 12th is when we are looking to have a fish fry social. And this is once again sponsored by Juicy Steaks USA. And that way we can just see, who's really ready to work with and collaborate with other business owners over food and conversation. So Sunday, July 12th is when we're looking to do that. So I'll be sending out an email on those 2 things. So we'll know, like, if we schedule the virtual business plan workshop, will you attend? What time of the day works? Is there a better day of the week that works? Because I'm thinking that, 8:00 p.m. might be good because it gave you time to get from your workplace, if you had to leave your home, from your workplace to home. And then probably either like midweek, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday are usually more relaxed days versus a Monday or Tuesday because your week is just getting started. You're just getting back into your work routine from the weekend. So maybe like a Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. So those are things that I'm thinking about, but it would be really beneficial, even without sending like a survey. You can email us at any time. All of these communication channels are on our Facebook page. The website is www.scbbl.co. Really simple to remember. Hey, Maisha. Hey, friend. So it's really easy to remember. www.scbbl.co is the website. If you ever wanted to send us the email, it's support@scbbl.co. Send us the email. We're always checking our messages. We're always checking our emails. And there's no excuse. And I laugh at people who don't check their messages because everything is on your phone. If I send you a message and I see you posting on Facebook, that blatantly tells me that you don't value my service. And so I might as well take my services somewhere else. So there's really no excuse. You have Fitbits, you have Apple, Google Watch, Android watches. You have instant alerts on your phone. There is absolutely no excuse that you should be missing out on customers because you can't take a couple seconds to answer me. There's no excuses, guys. I'm not taking any excuses for an answer. That's simply that you don't value my service, and I might as well find somebody else to do service with. So take time to let your customers know that you value them. Thank you, Maisha, for putting the website out there. Take time to let your customers know that you value them. Take time and invest in yourself to let your customers know that you are trying to provide them with the top-notch service. Top-notch service. So I wanted to just kind of get on here and test things out, see how things work. The next one, my sister did me a jingle last year, and I was trying to figure out how to include that. So I'll probably go live again tomorrow to try to include the jingle in the intro and in the outro, include some important links for people to always know how to keep up with us and how to follow us. So yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. And like I said, reach out to me at any time, reach out to us at any time. If you message us, we answer. If you email us, we answer. We have over 300 businesses listed right now on the directory, but I'm always seeing more and more people sharing their Facebook links, sharing their business links. And it's real simple. Like, you go to scbbl.co, you go to the directory section, you click on create a listing, fill out that form, because I cannot tell people what you do better than you can tell people what you do. So this is why we have the form there. Once you fill that out, we make sure that we make sure that we go through, we look for spell checks, we make sure that the way you wrote your sentences makes sense. We go through all of that. We make sure that if you didn't put like your website, or if you don't have a website, but you didn't put your Facebook or your Instagram, we go look for those links. We put those links in there so that customers can see what you offer. If you don't have a thumbnail, if we catch it, because I know probably sometimes we don't catch it all the time, but if we catch it, we make sure that we find a thumbnail for you. So we look out for you guys. We look out for you. We don't just click the publish button. We make sure that you chose a category so that when people are looking like for, is this a local storefront that I can actually go in and meet the owners or meet the people and see what they have firsthand? Or is this something that I have to go online and order and, wait for it to come to me? So we go through all of those things because we know how it is to be business owners. We know that you do the best that you can, and sometimes you just don't catch everything. So we got your back. Like, we go and we look for these things so that we make sure that we make you look presentable to potential customers. And Maisha, thank you for bringing that up. If you want to get on the show on our website, when you go to the SCBBL show tab, there's a button on there that says book your interview. And when you book your interview, we'll get you on the schedule. We'll send you a confirmation email. Everybody who knows me knows that Candace, if you have an appointment with Candace, you're going to get a Google Calendar invite, because if it's not on my calendar, it's not happening. And literally, I really don't think that I have anything going on if there's nothing on my calendar. So you will get an invite to confirm that you are scheduled with the show. And if I have any other questions, I'll make sure that somebody reaches out to you to get those questions answered. Good questions, Maisha. And just a correction too for the email, take off the M on the end and put, just leave it at .co. And a lot of people are not used to .co. So that's why a lot of times it goes to .com or .org, but .co is just like another way of saying company as well. So, it's just support at scbbl.co. You guys have any more questions? Is there anything that you would like to ask me? And I don't think that you can bring somebody on once you're already in the live. Yeah, I don't think so. So yeah, mark your calendars for next Wednesday, July the 1st at 6:30. So you can tune on with me and my girl, Kamiko. who is a boss of an IT company right in Columbia, South Carolina. She's going to tell us about what services she offers, what she can do for us, and how you and her can, start to collaborate to get whatever you need for your platforms. Also, I should have wrote his name down, but I'll look it up and I'll share it with you guys. There's also a Black-owned company where if you wanted to send out text alerts and you want to communicate with your followers through text messages after they subscribe to receiving text messages, there's another platform that offers that service. And I'll be sure to share out that link with you all. Because like I said, you should not leave anything on the table. You should not leave anything on the table. If everybody's not on social media, everybody does not use computers. People will prefer text messages. Some people prefer social media messages, get to know your clientele and get to keep a record of what they like and how they like to be communicated with, because you can take a segment of your time and send out emails to people who want them. Take a segment of your time, send out text messages to those people. Take a segment out of your time and get one of those automated programs that will send Facebook messages to people. And one last request that I asked for you guys, I sent out an email where I asked for, if you have subscribed to receive our newsletters in the past, it would make it so much better if you guys will put your first and your last name, because it helps it from going into your spam mailbox or your promotions folder, because these email systems have gotten so wise that they try to that's right, Maisha. The only thing we leaving on the table is a tip, baby, because you provide excellent customer service. And so people feel like you should be paid more than you even charge them. So they leave you a tip. So yeah, I forgot what I was saying because I got thrown off track. But anyways, oh yeah, we want your first name and your last name, because these email systems have gotten so smart that they will, if it includes too many links or if it includes too many pictures and it's not assigned to, hey, Candace, let me tell you what's going on. It doesn't seem personal. They'll start to put that into your spam box or your promotional folder. So I probably have to send all these things out separately. So I'll probably send out an email letting you know that if you want to RSVP to attend the business plan workshop, that's one email. The second email is if you want to attend the Fish Fry Social, come out and get some good fish from Juicy Steaks, USA. Fill out this RSVP link, and then could you please subscribe or just update your subscription with your first and your last name, so that when we send messages, it makes it seem more personal, and try to stop our messages from going to the promotions folder or going to the spam folder. That would be great. And I think that you can also put the email in your contacts, your email contacts, so that the system recognizes that this is one of your actual contacts and that they're not just sending you a bunch of junk mail. Because when we find out about grants, we send those out. When we find out about companies that want to collab and want to offer services for just like my page, or share your experience with us, those kinds of things, we want to make sure that we share those things out. Just opportunities. You can ask people. There have been people who have gotten contracts with local companies through South Carolina by Black locally. There have been people who have gotten leads for they were looking for a certain service and they found that on South Carolina by Black locally. I have gotten very great testimonials about contracts that have been written through South Carolina by Black locally. But what I need y'all to do is take a couple seconds and go leave us a review on our Facebook page to let other people know how South Carolina by Black locally has been beneficial to you guys. That is all that I need. And if you ever want to leave a donation, you can do that straight off of our website. There's a donations tab on there. Nothing is too big and nothing is too small. For my people who want to start giving your tithes and your offerings to a platform that is going hard for y'all and want to set it up on a recurring basis, like $10, $5, $10, $25, $50, $100, whatever works best for you, go ahead and do that. Shout out to my girl, Jessica Patterson of the Red Sunflower, because she's working on the third layer of the update to South Carolina by Black's website. And I'm very excited for you guys to see how that looks compared to where we are right now. Every level, every year we look for a way to go higher and to do better, because we don't stop at mediocre, we go for excellency. So I want to say thank you guys for tuning in. I already reached 30 minutes, and I didn't even expect to be on here and run my mouth that long. But when it's in you, it comes out like water. It's nothing that you have to force. It's nothing that you have to look for the words for. It's when it's in you, it comes out of you just like that. So I want to say y'all stay tuned to what we have going on. Make sure that if you're not listed with South Carolina by Black locally, it is free. It doesn't take but a few seconds for you to go on there to the directory tab, create your listing, fill out the form. We review it, we edit it, and we go ahead and we post it. And we make sure that what you put out there is legit. If you miss your website, we go look for it. If we feel like you're not giving enough description about your services, you will receive an email to say like, hey, can you tell us a little bit more? Because one more thing that we have to remember in our community is that a lot of us do the same thing. So if a lot of us do the same thing and you don't tell me why I should shop with you versus why I shouldn't choose the other person, then it makes it kind of hard for me to choose who to do business with. And then I might not just do business with none of y'all. So make yourself stand out. Make yourself stand out, and look for those buzzwords. You know what people always coming to you for business for. So if that's what you always getting your hits on, then it's a section on the website where you can use tags. And so when people look for those tags outside of them searching directly in the categories, they'll find you because they're looking for somebody who does 501c3. Hey, Mama. Hey, Eleanor. Hey, sis. When somebody's looking for people who does like 501c3, or they're looking for I need a business plan, or they're looking for I need some barbers, but all of y'all seem to be excellent barbers, but what makes y'all stand out? Like, is it the price? Is it like do you have a portfolio of pictures? What is it about you that makes me want to choose and do business with you over the next person? So that's what we have to think about. And remember, guys, outsource. Things are not as expensive as you would think once you look into them. Also, relationships are the best currency that you can have, because relationships will get you things that money can never do for you, or your money don't even go that far. But having the right relationship with people, it will open up doors for you, because you let people know like who you are and what you care about. I'm making some really good connections on LinkedIn because people just really love to see what we're doing for our own community. We're always looking for, not always, but a lot of us are looking for somebody else to come in and save us and do things for us. And it's just not going to happen. If it's not happened yet, it's not going to happen. So it's up to us to work together to make things better for all of us. So if you ever want to do anything with South Carolina by Black locally, let me put this out there for you. Do not be shy or hesitant about sending us a message or sending us an email to see how we can do things with and for you and to better our community. We're not that type of party. We don't think that we're too high of ourselves, that we can't work with other people. We don't think of ourselves on that level. So make sure that you send us, any kind of ideas that you have and you will want to work with us on. Send it to us. Let us review it. Let us know. Let us have an opportunity to get back with you on if that's something that we can do or not. But yeah, do the simple things because it goes further than you think. And a lot of times we call it analysis paralysis because we try to see the end before we even get started. We want to see the outcome, but we don't want to take the steps to get to that outcome. And once you get started, you'll be surprised at how quickly you achieve the goal. You achieved a thing. You did a thing by you just getting started. So get started, create those relationships. I made a post today that says, I dare you to do one thing differently on this day. There are a lot of us who have ego issues. We have pride issues. We don't want to ask for help. We don't want to reach out to anybody for any kind of assistance. And there are some of us who get joy, like me. Anybody in my family can tell you that I get joy out of helping other people. I'm a giver. I get that makes my heart smile. I spend nights up, and my wife gets upset with me all the time. I spend nights up, researching and studying, and because I'm a learner, I get that from my mama. I love to learn. I love to, find new ways of doing things. I love to be better than the last version of myself. I'm going to continuously improve because that's who I am and that's what I do. My background is an industrial engineer. Your girl is an engineer. So I love to break things apart and put it back together. I love to watch chaotic situations become streamlined because on top of being an industrial engineer, I'm a project manager. So my industrial engineering degree comes from Clemson University. My project management degree comes from the Citadel. So I put myself in uncomfortable situations so that I can get what I need to get out of that and become a better person. And I know that it's challenging to put yourself in uncomfortable situations, but the reward of it is so great. Like, I've developed long-lasting relationships from both of my college experiences. Did I get a lot of debt? Yeah, but I'm not worried about it because I know that what's for me, when I get to that level that I need to be on, that stuff would be erased. So some of us just you have to do a lot of strategic planning and you have to pick your battles. But don't try to figure out the end before you get started. Get started. My grandfather always say nothing beat a failure except to try. So get started. If it don't work, pivot. Pivot has been in my spirit for some months now. The word pivot. Get started. You realize that don't work for you. Pivot and go another way. But don't limit yourself. Don't limit yourself. Get started and stop being in that analysis paralysis state to the point of you just sitting there thinking, and you ain't getting nothing done. You're not moving. Nothing is changing around you. You feel some type of way about your girlfriend or your boyfriend because things are changing for them and nothing's changing for you. If nothing's changing for you, then baby, the problem is with yourself. Like, you have to make a step and you have to do something different. So anyways, I did not expect to be on this live that long. So I am going to go ahead and sign off, but make sure that you share this video for people who wonder, like, what is South Carolina Buy Black Locally all about? What do they actually do? Why should I list with them? Share this video with them because we make connections, babes. We plug you into places once we know what kind of services you offer and it is of quality service. If somebody comes to us, you will be the first one that we recommend them to do business with. But if a lot of people in my business listing should also know that I bought things from you to see the quality of it, to see how fast do I get my product. And I share those things on both my personal and sometimes on South Carolina Buy Black Locally's social media pages. I share those things so that other people know that if you order from this person, you'll get your delivery within a couple of days. Or if I don't get something from you, I'm not one of those people who will put you on blast, but I will be in your inbox to let you know that, or your messages or your email to say like, hey, I placed an order, where is it? Or is there some kind of tracking? Did you send it out? And if there is some kind of delay, guys, it doesn't take much for you to just let people know what's going on. Like, if somebody is taking time out of their schedule to reach out to you or taking money out of their bank to spend with you, the least you can do is let people know what's going on with their items or with their service or any of that. I shouldn't have to chase you constantly to say like, where is this? Where is that? Or I haven't heard from you. Or you said you was going to get back to me yesterday and I still haven't heard from you. It does not take long to communicate. And that's one of the things that I've learned in my adult life, that communication is key. We think a lot of times that something is too simple to do. And sometimes it is that simple that it needs to get done, because the way that I value something is not the way that you value something. So if I said I was going to call you back in 5 minutes and 5 minutes pass, then the person on the other end may say like, it's 5 minutes on the dot and you didn't update me that you were busy. So it's the small things. It's the small things in life that counts. So remember that it's the small things that counts, and make every second count by following through, being, transparent, developing a relationship, putting the self aside, the human fleshly self aside, and looking at the long-term goal. There are people who have been doing things longer than you and would love to help you, but they cannot do that if you don't communicate that that's something that you're interested in. So like I said, I'll send out an email and I'll send them out separately so that you can focus on what's in that email. One for the business plan workshop, one for the fish fry social, and then one for updating your subscription. And it's your girl Candace from SC Buy Black Locally. We will see you on Wednesday at 6:30 with Kamiko of Team Logic IT out of Columbia, South Carolina, so she can drop those jewels on the services that she offers for small businesses. All right, y'all enjoy your Sunday. Peace and blessings.